idea.
And I encourage laughter. Camera ready? We have fought this battle since the dawn of time, ever since the creation of Adam and Eve. What's battle, you may ask? Well, none other than the battle of the sexes. Who is the more dominant gender, male or female? Well, I have the simple answer. The answer is, of course, women. Yes, women. You may be surprised to hear men of my good looks, intelligence, and modesty admit this, but I can't deny the facts. Women are just better than men. Today, I will show you why. By first taking a look into women's brains and seeing how their intellect far surpasses that of men's. Secondly, I will show you how women are better at performing everyday tasks. And finally, I will show you how women quite simply look better than men. To my first point, women's superior intellect. James Flynn, a New Zealand-based researcher, has proven for the first time in 100 years that women have surpassed men in IQ scores. He took 500 men and 500 women from 4 different countries, including the USA, and had them take a battery of IQ tests. And on average, women scored 1 point higher than men. It's not much, but guys, we have to face the facts. The girls are beating us. But hey, not everything depends on IQ. What about common sense? Oh wait, girls think that too. Girls 2, guys 0. This was proven by the University of Michigan when they performed a study on risk-taking in men and women. What they found was that men take twice as many risks as women do. This factor is true in almost every situation, except when it comes to the protection of a child. When a child's life is in danger, the woman will take the risk to save the child's life twice as many times as a man will. And you can see men's lack of common sense in action in the famous series of movies, Jackass 1, 2, and 3. A series of movies where men, not women, do grotesque tasks and put themselves into situations that might get themselves killed. Not very smart. Still focusing on the brain, Simon Barrett, director of the Autism Research Center at Cambridge University, discovered something. The limbic system, the part of the brain that is responsible for emotional impulses in human beings, is twice the size in women as it is in men, which gives women a huge advantage over men when it comes to reading and expressing emotions. One of women's greatest feats is their ability to distinguish the 50 different definitions to the word fine. Fine is the most versatile word in the English dictionary. It can be used in every sentence and with every emotion. And every emotion changes the definition of the word. For instance, if I was to say, I'm fine, this is what a woman would hear and see. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine! I am fine. But a man sees something completely different. This is what he sees. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Men don't see the difference. This allows women to keep a stranglehold on men because a man can't hide a single thing from a woman. The woman catches every emotion that a man pours out. Men are clueless. That's the third point for the girls. Guys, you're still at a big fat 0. For the sake of mine and the rest of the guys in this room's self-esteem, I'm going to stop keeping track of points. It's about to get rough. Because we are entering men and women in performing everyday tasks. Lawyer and author of the book Man Down, Daniel Abrams trawled through hundreds of surveys and studies to find out which gender was better at performing everyday tasks. And what he found was astonishing. Men lost again. In fact, women can outperform men in most everyday tasks. The study showed that women were faster at their everyday routines. It took women on average 79 minutes to get ready for work, and their male counterparts, 83 minutes. And contrary to the derogatory stereotype, women make much better drivers. The study showed that some 80% of fatal car crashes are caused by men, and some of them are caused by Tiffany Webb. Top it all off, the girls are stopping us at being handymen. Heck, we should just call it handy women, because women can hammer a nail in 10% more accurately than a man can. And when it comes to the most grueling, everyday task, being a good parent, women take that title as well. I've already showed you how women are much more emotional than men. And what these emotions do is it allows women to be more naturally sympathetic and understanding towards their young. Men, on the other hand, just like throwing their kids up in the air until they vomit. Here's a hypothetical situation. Let's say there's a boy. Let's call him Stephen. He's playing outside having the time of his life when all of a sudden he trips, falls, scrapes his knee, and begins to cry. His mom, without a second to react, was by his side, picked him up, brushed the dirt off his shoulders, wiped the tears away, and gave him a kiss. And I can promise you there is no greater medicine than a mother's kiss. My father, on the other hand, was sitting in his lawn chair with his Coors Light in hand, spitting the dirt, then he offered me, hypothetical Stephen, the words of advice, walk it off. Final point. Women will be and there's 2 points behind this. The first is the fact that women know every color under the sun, including the 50 Shades of Grey. Women know fuchsia, magenta, beige, mauve. Most men just know the basic colors, like the settings on a Windows computer. For instance, peach is a fruit, not a color. Salmon is a fish. What in the world is mauve? It sounds more like a fluttering bug. As you can see, women see colors a lot differently than guys do. And what these colors do is allows women to dress, match, and put on better looking clothing. My mom dressed me this morning. If it wasn't for her, I'd be wearing what she told me were mauve pants. What in the world is mauve? And then my second point is the fact that women just naturally look more beautiful than men. This comes from a study performed by the Icon Photography School. The school set out to find how lines could impact the appearance of a photo. And what they found was that straight lines referred to trees and men, and being dull, flat-faced, and not very pretty. Curved lines, on the other hand, are all about beauty and charm. And the greatest example of curved lines in nature is women. But there's one flaw that I saw in this research, and I kept coming across it time and time again. I couldn't change it. It just was always there. It was the fact that, if curved lines make women attractive, then that would make me sexy. I know, ladies, total lie. And I'm single. Well, today I hope my feeble male attempts to prove female superiority were not in vain. Because it pained me to admit how women are smarter than men. Yeah, it hurt. It hurt to admit how women could perform better than men. It wounded my self-esteem to admit that women look better than me. And to top it all off, God loves you more. 83% of lightning strike deaths, men die. Well, guys, you've heard. You've seen the signs. Women are taking over the world. Let's look on the bright side. At least we have our careers. Our sport, WNBA. Women can serve in the army. I'm sorry, guys. I've got nothing. Wait. We have one thing. We have women. And I think that's pretty darn good.